Now, your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
71-degree air temperature. Quiet conditions out there currently, but there is a little bit of patchy fog and some haze around. Could limit visibilities in some locations, but a big difference between today and yesterday is that wind speed. Now south-southwest at about 15, kind of stirring up the atmosphere and limiting the density of the fog that forms. Across the day today, a big change coming up as we head into the first day of spring. We are looking at a morning temperature that's about 70 degrees and a pretty quiet weather out there right now, except for that little bit of patchy fog. As we head into the noontime hour, 12:15 by the way is spring, we'll watch a 30% chance of showers begin to build as that frontal boundary kind of gets a little bit closer to us along the coastline. By 3 p.m., I think we'll have some storms around. I think they'll start in Manatee County and start to spread through the area and then down toward Charlotte County. Rain chance at 3 p.m. about 50% for some isolated showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two. By the time we get to 7 p.m., our rain chance is up there at about 80%, and we will have between 3 and 7 o'clock seen some showers and thunderstorms that are stronger, producing some gusty winds perhaps, and maybe even some small hail today. There is an outside chance at tornado formation, but it's small compared to what they'll experience in north central Florida, I think. So we'll wait for that. We'll watch for that. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast. Winds out of the southwest, breezy today, gusty, in fact. Boaters, don't be caught by surprise. Could be a real situation a little bit later tonight as seas turn rough. Temperatures generally in the low 70s. Got a little bit of patchy fog, particularly along the coast. That fog gives way to cloud cover. And then as we head into the noontime hour, maybe an isolated shower or two. Winds start to pick up just a little bit. As we head into the 4 o'clock hour, much better chance of some storms. Some of them could be strong. Could see some water spouts. Could see isolated tornadoes, but more than likely what you'll notice is gusty winds contained within some of these thunderstorms. And there we have a chance of seeing some 40 to 60 mile an hour gusts, which could do some damage. I mean, that can, hurt a pool cage, or that could certainly do some damage by throwing some garbage can lids about, or your porch umbrella. If you haven't rolled that down, you probably should secure that. And just get ready for some of these strong gusty winds that'll be around. Torrential downpours of rain, but brief because these are fast-moving storms. Then as we head into the 7 o'clock hour, after all that storminess between about 3 and 7, we'll start to see those storms exiting the area, and then the winds pick up significantly to about a 20 to 25 mile per hour sustained wind during the overnight, with some gusts perhaps even higher. So really rough conditions out there on our seas. This, building into a nor'easter, heads off to the north and to the east as this line of showers approaches our area a little later in the day. But your morning commute looks pretty good right now. Again, the Storm Prediction Center has upped the chance of severe weather in north central Florida from about Jacksonville down to, we'll call it St. Petersburg, to about 30%. In our area, they have upped the chance of severe weather, particularly those gusty winds and hail-producing thunderstorms, from about 5% to 15%. So the threat level increasing, but still not as bad as it could be. Certainly what we see to the north of us, it is a moderate risk of severe weather, is something you don't see very often in the state of Florida. So confidence is building in some of those stronger storms moving into the area later on. Southwest wind coming in at about 20, increasing to 20 to 25 knots near the coast in the evening. Rough conditions on bay and inland waters. Small craft advisory up, rip current advisory up. You get the picture. 80% chance of storminess today on this first day of spring. It's a first alert weather day. We'll be updating you on our weather app. You should have that on your phone. And of course, as we progress through the day, updating you with alerts in case anything does develop. Tomorrow, much different day. Breezy, sunny, cooler for several days in a row. Then as we get into the weekend, we start to see temperatures moderate a bit.